Hi everyone, it's Jeff here from Avada. In this video, I will take a look at how to use the Avada news ticker element. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the bell icon to be notified of all new content. Okay, let's begin. The news ticker element allows you to add a news ticker anywhere in your content. This element is very versatile and can be used in many ways. Let's have a look at a scenario where we might use this. I've imported the nightclub pre-built site here, and I'm going to add this news ticker element into the main header to promote upcoming events. It could also be used on a blog site, of course, to promote the latest posts, or in many other scenarios. It's similar to a marquee title, but this element pulls from the custom post types instead of just displaying manually added content. It can be added into a layout section, as I'm going to do here, or directly into the page content. Okay, so our header here is a layout section, and so I'll edit that. Now in most situations, I'd be able to just add the element into its own container at the top, but for what I want, the header transparency this site is using is going to give me some issues using that method. So instead, I'll just add a new column into this container. Before I do that, I'll adjust the interior content width of this container to 100%, as I want my news ticker running along the very top, the full width of the screen. Now that messes up my menu a bit, so I'll just have to fix that. All I'll need to do is to set custom widths on these three columns and set the menu justification on each of these menus to right and left respectively. While I'm here, I'm also going to remove the top, left and right padding for this container, so my new column will sit flush to the top and the sides. Okay, so now I can add a new column. I'll just add it in after the first column here and then drag it to the top. Okay, time to add the news ticker element in here. And there it is. Okay, the element has three tabs, a general tab, a design tab, and an extras tab. So let's configure it first and then we can style it. The first option is called ticker title, and I'll call this one upcoming events. This shows on the left hand side. I'll just ignore the color for now. Okay, the next option is post type. This controls what content the ticker pulls. And as you can see here, you can choose from any of your custom post types. For my example here, I'm going to choose events, but this should indicate just how many ways this element could be used. Okay, so the news ticker is refreshed and the events start to scroll across. The next option down is called pull posts. For my selection, I could choose all, tags, or event categories. If you select tags or categories, you can then select which ones to include or exclude. But here I'm happy with all, so I'll just put it back to that. The next option controls ordering. You can order your ticker content in a variety of ways, but for my example, upcoming events makes the most sense. Number of posts is the next option, and I know there are only 6 events published on this site, so our default 7 will show them all. The next option is whether to show a date, and for this I definitely want to turn this on. When I do that, I get a date format option. The default here is month and date, and that actually suits me fine. But there's a link in the description for the various ways dates can be formatted here. The option below this is the ticker type. The default is running ticker, which is the traditional type of news ticker, but you can also choose one at a time. And if we just wait till the ticker refreshes, we can see it shows one event at a time with a progress line underneath and navigation arrows. For this though, I want the running ticker, so I will set that back. The next option, ticker speed, is set at 75, which is pixels per second, but you can set this anywhere from 35 to 150. Again, I think the default is about right here, so I will leave it at that. Distance between posts is the next option, and here you can stretch out the gap between the events. This goes from 25 to 200, again in pixels, and I think I want about 100. Separator is the next option, and here you can input a separator that will display between each event. For my example, I might just add a vertical bar. After this is the link target option, where you can control whether the linked items open in the same or a new tab. Finally on this tab is the ubiquitous element visibility and CSS class and CSS ID fields. I want the ticker on all screen sizes and I don't have any CSS I need to add, so now it's time to style my ticker. Let's head to the design tab and see what we can do. At the top of this tab is a full typography option set, where you can customize the typography as you wish. The next option is height, and adjusting this will change the height of the whole bar. Again, I think the default is just right. Next are some color and decoration options. The first of these are title font color and title background color. Let's change the font color to color 1 and the background color to color 4. Then there's title shape. You can have none, which is the default, or you can choose rounded, which looks like this, or triangle, which looks like this. For my example, I think I will go with rounded. There's also title padding, and I might just add 20 pixels right padding to the title here. The next option is the ticker font color, and I'm going to change this light gray to color 1. On hover, I will just set the link color to color 4, so that when we mouse over the ticker, it pauses and the link goes blue, allowing me to follow that link to the event. And I'll set the background color for the ticker area to be color 5, the site pink. Okay, under this is an element margin option. This can be useful to help position and space the element, but here the column it's in has 20 pixels bottom padding, and that's pretty much all I need. Okay, the last two options are element border radius for rounded edges and box shadow, which if selected adds some new options to control it. For my example, I'm not going to use either of those, so that means I'm done here. There's also an extras tab with the usual animations, and just for fun I'll add a fade animation from the top at a speed of 2 seconds. Okay, let's save our work. Now as this layout section is being used in the global layout, this event ticker, as we have just turned it into, is going to be on all pages. So let's just go back to our home page and refresh. And there it is. The latest events will scroll across the screen, adding a visual and tempting link to the events for this club. Okay, that's the news ticker element. Let us know in the comments what you think of this one and how you have used it. Okay, that's it for this video. Make sure you subscribe to our YouTube channel to keep up with all the latest videos. And if you have any questions or need assistance, please create a support ticket and our team will gladly assist you. As always, we want to thank you for choosing Avada.